As a creator, you should really know the history of our importance, how history moves in cycles, and we're about to enter a new one. Lock in, cause this is gonna be a long one. This is the fifth video I've made about implementers versus creators. I've covered both types on the macro level. Now it's time to look at the bigger picture. I believe that throughout history, creators and implementers have taken turns being the driving force of global growth. Let me explain. In the pre-industrial era, creators dominated because all work was context-based, not standardized. Tools were made by hand, measurements changed from town to town, designs shifted based on the consumer, and knowledge was transferred through apprenticeships, not manuals. Whether you were a blacksmith, carpenter, painter, healer, scribe, or early engineer, creative interpretation wasn't optional. It was the job. Systems did exist, but they were often loose, flexible, and unwritten. That freedom gave creators the room to adapt, innovate, and experiment. Creators drove growth because they were the ones breaking constraints, pushing past the limits of the systems that existed. And those creator-led innovations became the blueprint for the industrial systems that followed, which leads us to the Industrial Revolution. Once factories emerged, owners didn't need people inventing new solutions every day. They needed people who could follow procedure, optimize workflows, reduce waste, and execute repeatable processes. The goal shifted to maximizing systems, and that's what's gotten us to our current level of growth. One example that captures this perfectly is the semiconductor. First used in the 1950s within integrated circuits, semiconductors became the symbol of system optimization. We literally wrote a law about it, Moore's law, which says the number of transistors on a chip doubles every 2 years. And for decades, that's what we chased. That mindset, optimize the system, maximize output, has been the backbone of innovation since industrialization began. But just like Moore's law, it's finally hit its limit. So what's the next era of growth gonna look like? Well, for the last 250 years, implementers have been optimizing us towards the future. But now, AI, automation, globalization, and hyper access to information has collapsed the value of standardization. We're entering an era where context, insight, taste, originality, and problem interpretation are now leading the way in value generation. Industrialization valued output, repeatability, consistency, and scalability. But at an increasing rate, anything that can be standardized gets automated, which means the only way humans can add value now is through interpretation, taste, story, and vision. Companies once hired implementers to scale processes and run operations. Now, AI can do that faster, cheaper, and 24/7. This pushes human value upstream, from running the system to reimagining it. And this is all creator territory. Roles that faded after the pre-industrial era are resurfacing in new ways. The blacksmith becomes the hardware creative, using robotics and 3D printing to make what once required entire companies. The healer becomes the holistic practitioner, combining Western and Eastern knowledge to address the root causes of physical, mental, and emotional illnesses. So, like I said at the beginning, looking at the bigger picture, creators built the framework for industrialization. Industrialization standardized the world so implementers could run it. And now AI is reducing the value of standardization so creators can rebuild the world. In essence, when the world is predictable, implementers lead. When the world is in chaos, it's creator season. And right now, the world is pure chaos. So yeah, it's our turn.